Awesome. And so we'll get started with our stretches. To begin here, we'll get up onto our feet. And we'll start with our stretches, bringing our arms in a circle backwards here. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then arm circles forward. Let me just mute real quick. Arm circles forward. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Finish with our arm circles forward. We're going to go ahead and cross it on over. A little crossover stretch. Should feel it behind the shoulder here as we stretch through. Give it a nice pull towards your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch over to the other side. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Up overhead, grabbing behind our elbow. Little pull away from that side. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switch to the other side. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands on the hips now. Hands on the hips. If you feel like your deadlift is good and your hinge is good, you can go ahead and go hands behind the head. If you feel like you still need some work and practice, you'll stay hands on the hips. So for the next minute here, we're just going to be pushing our hips back and forth. I want you to push back. Spend longer in this time here with the stretch than you do when you come up. So you're spending more time in this position, pushing the hips back, getting a stretch in the hamstring, very slight bend in the knee, all right? Slight bend in the knee just to keep the hamstring protected. And as we do this, I want you focusing on pushing your hips back. So as we're doing this, we're focused on pushing our hips back, not necessarily bringing our chest down to point towards the ground. So I want you really focusing on the hips, pushing them back. As if you were to close a door behind you with just your butt, you're just pushing back to close that door, right? That's how we would close a door. We wouldn't really just put our chest down to close it, right? If we just put our chest down, we're not closing that door behind us. So just give it a little close and then back up. Close the door behind you, stand back up. Good. For the next 30 seconds now, everyone put your hands on your thighs. And as we do this, one cue is still to focus on your hips. So even with our hands on our thighs, this is gonna help us when we do the deadlift. I don't want you thinking about bringing your hands down your leg. So don't think about your hands coming down your leg at all. Your hands are just there. I want you to focus first and foremost on the hips. So as you push the hips down, just naturally the hands should come down and touch your knees, right? So we're not focused on touching our knees necessarily. We're focused on pushing our hips back. And just naturally, that's gonna happen where we touch our knees. Good. So that's the cue I want you focusing on today for our deadlifts. Good. We'll finish here in 10 seconds. Finish up your last few reps. Good. Finish up your last rep. Stand back up nice and tall. Now we're gonna move into some hip mobility. Keep standing. If you need to grab onto something for balance, you can grab onto something for balance. And we're just gonna come up and over the fence. So if you need to grab onto a wall, a desk, a chair, make sure you're balanced, and then we're working on our hip. If you can, you're doing this without holding on to anything. If you can, you're doing this without holding on to anything. Good. And so as we come up and over, I want you coming up and over. As you get to your hip here, trying to get your leg parallel to the ground, and then you're returning it back over. So watch that again. I'm coming back. As I come up and over, my leg is parallel to the ground, and then I'm coming and stepping in front. If you can't do that, just keep your hip open the entire time. Don't worry about the lower leg. Just keep the hip as open as possible the entire time. So keep it open as you come back and up and around. Instead of just a quick little small one, you're trying to keep it open, 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 and good, perfect. We'll do this another 15 seconds, and then we're gonna switch over to the other side. 10 more seconds here. Good, finish up your last rep, and let's switch on over to the other side now. So another 30 seconds here, coming up and over. So working on your balance. The intention here is not to go quickly. We're trying to get the most out of it by doing the least amount possible. And so to achieve that, we're taking it nice and slow with intention. Trying to own every part of this motion. So as we come back, we own it. As we bring our leg up, we own that. And then as we come forward, we own that end range. So own every piece of this motion. Be able to get into any part under your own willpower and strength. Good. We'll finish up here. A few more reps. Finish up your last rep. And perfect. Last thing we're gonna do here, up on our feet before we move into our cardio, we're gonna just grab behind our knees. Don't pull yourself in yet. This will be your starting position. And so after we pull our knees back in, we'll come back to this starting position or even a little less. So what we're gonna do, holding behind our knees, pull yourself in towards your knees. Hold that active 3, 2, 1, and release. Let the legs stretch. Grab behind the knees again and pull in. 3, 2, 1, release. Good. One more time. Grab behind the knees. Pull yourself in. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Let's slowly get into our cardio portion. We'll start with some butt kickers here. Kicking our butt behind us. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into some high knees. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Butt kickers. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High knees. 4, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Butt kickers. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. High knees. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's start with a little jog. Actually, go ahead and we can grab a little bit of water before we get into our cardio. Go ahead, small little sip. All right. Cardio here today. We'll start with a little jog and then get into 15 seconds of our jumping jacks, right into 15 seconds of our skater hops, finishing off with 15 seconds of our in and out drop squats. Do that quickly for 3 rounds and then get right into our lower body portion. So here we go. Let's start with a nice little jog. Get the feet warmed up, get the feet moving, and we're gonna move into our jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, here we go. 15 seconds of our jumping jacks. Good. If you can't jump, you're moving your feet, or in and out, keeping the hands moving. Good, good. Moving skater hops, side to side. Here we go, side to side. Good. If you have good balance, what I want you focusing on is pushing off from your foot and then balancing on that other foot instead of just letting the foot drop down. Good. In and out drop squats. Here we go. In and out drop squats. Remember, you can also just move your feet in and out. Alternate which hand comes down and touches the ground. Good. So if you can't jump, you're moving your feet, replacing them in and out. Back to jumping jacks. 15 seconds jumping jacks. Let's go. Here we go. Round number 2. We'll do another round after this. Good. Gonna move into our skater hop, side to side. Here we go, side to side. Remember, if you have good balance, pushing off, and balancing onto the other foot. Trying to get a little bit of distance, a little bit of power and strength behind each push off. Good. 3, 2, 1. In and out drop squats. In and out drop squats. Here we go. In and out. Come down, touch the ground. Feet come in and out, touching the ground. Good. Back into our jumping jacks here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Good. Good. Jumping jacks. Then into skater hops. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Skater hops. Side to side. Good. Side to side. Good. There we go. There we go. Good. 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 Finish off in and out drop squats. Here we go. 15 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds on the clock. Finish up strong here. Good. Finishing up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Done with our quick little cardio. We're gonna get right into our legs. Again, if you need, small little sip of water. And we're gonna need our dumbbells for today. So make sure you've got a pair of dumbbells. Oops, that's our upper body. Let me send the lower body. Lower body, so we're following the same formula that we did for Wednesday. So it's 15 on for exercise 1, 15 on for exercise 2, and we're gonna do 5 rounds. So the first superset, I'm just gonna go through the first superset, and then when we have a little break in between, I'll go through the others. First superset, what we're gonna do is our deadlift pulse. So we've got our dumbbells in both hands, and we're in a deadlift pulse. So like what we worked with our good morning stretch, we're focused here on pushing the hips back, and naturally the hands will come down to the knees. And when we finish in this position, we should have a triangle formed with our arm, our back, and then our thigh, right? So we should see an isosceles triangle. So let me see everyone's profile view here as we go into our deadlift. Profile view. All right, good. So keeping the hands close, all right? Keeping the hands right along the thigh and creating that triangle. So you don't have to go super low either for this one. What we're gonna do today is actually come into a pulse. So you're gonna get down to maybe about 60% of what you can get as low as possible. So that's usually right around the knee area with your hands. You'll stay there and then come up just above the knee, back below the knee, up above the knee, back below the knee with your hands. All right, and remember the hips are the ones that are pushing back and forth. For Rick, for you, if you get any problems with your back here, I just want you going into the full range of motion, all right? You're just gonna be going into the full range of motion both times. So for 30 seconds, you'll be doing the full range, and everyone else, you'll be doing the deadlift pulse, just because you have a little bit of lower back issue, you don't want to exacerbate anything with that one, all right? So deadlift pulse, and then we're gonna have our dumbbells still in our hands, same motion, pushing our hips back, coming up for our skier swings. So the dumbbells, we're not using our strength from our shoulders to just bring them up, right? So this workout is not shoulder based, it's all coming from our lower body hip momentum, all right? So during this one, we're pushing our hips back and then just using momentum to drive the dumbbells back and forth, up and down, all right? So that's gonna be our first superset. We're gonna get started here in 10 seconds. Let me set up my timer. So those two, and we'll get started. So deadlift pulls into our skier swings. So starting with our deadlift pulse, rate for you, just go into that full range as much as you can. Here we go and begin. So deadlift, deadlift pulse. We're trying to go a little above the knee and then right below the knee. Keep that triangle intact. Keep the triangle intact. Push the hips back into our skier swings. Skier swings, right into it. Same motion, same exact motion. You're pushing your hips back and then standing up tall. Pushing the hips back, standing up tall. At no point is the shoulder raising the dumbbell itself. Good, back to our deadlift pulse. Down and up, down and up. You can go quick little pulse if you're comfortable, or you can take it nice and slow to really feel the glutes. Right back into our skier swings. Skier swings, same movement. We push our hips back, small bend in the knee just to protect the hamstring. And then the dumbbells are coming up into the air. Good. Right into our deadlift pulse. Deadlift pulse, small pulse up and down. Basically keeping your fingertips running along your thigh, running along your leg. Don't allow the dumbbells to come out in front of you. Good. Now skier swing. Pushing the hips back, standing up tall. Good. Good. Let me check in on everyone. Good. Using the hips, using our momentum. Good. Momentum. Name of the game. Good. Back into our deadlift pulse. Deadlift pulse. Down and up. Push the hips back. Create the triangle. Keep the triangle. Good. So it's all coming from the hips. Good. Back into our skier swing. Same thing. All from the hips. Good. Keeping our arms straight. No bend in the elbow with these. No bend in the elbow with our swings. Back into our deadlift pulse. Deadlift pulse. Already coming into round number 5. Good. And then we'll finish up with our skier swings. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Skier swings. Momentum. Momentum. Use some momentum. Use all momentum actually. Push the hips back. Squeeze the glutes. Good. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Superset number 1 done. Did a little bit for our glutes. We'll do a little more for our glutes. So number 2, superset number 2, we're going into our squat pulse to squat. So some variations I'm gonna go over as well. So if you can, we're gonna rest our dumbbells on our shoulder. This is called the front rack position, where the dumbbells are just resting. We're not actively holding them up, but we're just adding it to our shoulders. It creates a little bit different of a lever as you come up and down. So if you can, you're holding the dumbbells here, and we're gonna come into a squat pulse for 15, and then a full squat up and down for 15. If you feel like holding the dumbbells on your shoulders just brings you too far forward when you squat, what I want you to do, you're gonna hold it in a sumo squat stance position. So you've got both of your dumbbells, you'll keep them under you, right in front of your legs, and you'll come into maybe more of a sumo squat position if you have a tough time holding them up here. So you can either hold them up here or bring them down here and go into a squat pulse, into a full squat, all right? So a little bit different there. See which one works best for you. Those two movements, 15-15. We'll get started in 10 seconds. Does anyone need any modifications for any of the squats today? Squat pulse to the squat. Looking good? Awesome. So I'll be watching as we go along. You can always wave me down. So here we go. Starting in 10 seconds. Squat pulse to squat. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat pulse. Keep it nice and low. Trying to keep it nice and low. Quads and glutes here. Quads and glutes. Good. Then we're gonna go into our full squat. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Full squat. All the way up, all the way down. If you're feeling really spicy today, you can add in a press even. Come down and up. But take it easy, we got a lot of rounds. Back into our squat pulse. Down and up, squat pulse, good, good. So keep it nice and low with the squat pulse, good. Great front rack position, that's gonna work on our shoulder mobility, so that's helping us out there. Squat, full squat, full squat, full squat, 15 seconds, good. Oh wow, we're adding the press in. You guys are challenging yourself, love to see it. Good, 3, 2, 1, back into our squat pulse. Round number 3, squat pulse. Try to stay low. I want your last set to be lower than your first set, and each subsequent one should get lower and lower. Full squat, here we go. Full squat, here we go. All the way down, all the way up. I've got 1 dumbbell, so this is how you would modify if you've got 1 dumbbell for this. Good, 3, 2, 1, squat pulse. Lower here on round number 4 than round number 1. Get low, squat pulse. Good, there we go, there we go. Feel a little burn in the quads. Good, full squat, here we go. Right into the full squat. This one is gonna be a burner for us today, but we're all going through it together. Good. All the way up, all the way down. Last one, squat pulse. Last squat pulse. Get lower on your last set here than your first set that you started with. Squat pulse. Get low, get low, get low. Feel the burn? Good. 3, 2, 1, full squat, full squat. Last set of full squats. All the way up, all the way down. Great job. Great job. Finishing strong here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Whoa. Finishing off. We finished our legs. Finished with our leg day. Let's move into our upper body portion now. We're gonna go into our upper body. Let me send it over. So our upper body is gonna be the same that we did on Wednesday. So that's good, because now you guys don't need to think about too much, right? So the first one is just gonna be bicep, tricep. Second one is chest row. And then the last one is gonna be our shoulder burner. So with that being said, that means we can increase the intensity. So if you feel comfortable, you can add a little bit more weight than what you did on Wednesday if you were here. If you weren't here, let me go over what we did on Wednesday. So 15, 15, just like we did for our lower body. First one, I'll just go over the first one for right now. It's gonna be our bicep curl to tricep extension. So what we're gonna do actually is all go into a hammer curl. So I want everyone in a hammer curl coming up and down, and then we're gonna hinge at the hips after 15 seconds, go into our tricep extension. So I think everyone's good on that. We'll get started here in 10 seconds and just jump right into it. Keep the sweat going, keep our body moving. So here we go. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Bicep hammer curl for 15 seconds. Sweaty. Good. Tricep extension, 3, 2, 1. The more parallel you can get your arm to the ground, the more you're activating your tricep. Either way, you're pushing back and away from you. Back and away, all movement coming just from the elbow. Round number 2, hammer curl. Round number 2, hammer curl. Good. If you're not feeling it in your biceps and you don't have heavier weight, allow the elbow to come a little bit in front of your body and keep the elbows there as you go into your hammer curl. Now, elbows back behind us. Tricep extension. Don't use any momentum. I don't want to see momentum here like we did with our skier swings. Shouldn't see any of this. I want to see a nice, strong tricep extension. Back to our hammer curl, round number 3. Same thing, remember, you can bring the elbow in front, just focusing on getting the dumbbell to your shoulder. Tricep extension, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Good, no momentum. You curl it back in, extend it back out. Curl back in, extend back out. Hammer curl, here we go. So we hammer curl it in, extend it down to the bottom. Curl it up, extend it down. Focus here is on the bicep, but we can still implement what we learned for the tricep. Good. Tricep extension, here we go. 15 seconds. Round number 4, finishing up here. Tricep extension. Good. Hammer curl, here we go. Last round, round number 5, finishing off with our hammer curl. Good. Last one, tricep extension. Here we go. Finish strong here. No momentum. Curl it back in, extend it back out. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. We're gonna move on to set number 2, superset number 2. It's gonna be our chest press to row. So remember, chest press, if you need, come up onto a wall. That way you're not using your back and moving your back away from the dumbbells, because we don't want this happening where we come in and out like that. So use a wall if you need to, but we're going chest press into our row, All right, so that one stays the same. We'll get started in 10 seconds here. Chest press to row. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. So nice strong core. I recommend squeezing the glutes here. That way we're not pushing ourselves back away from the dumbbell, only allowing the dumbbell to be pushed away from us. Now into our row. Rowing the dumbbell from our elbow. Act like your hands are hooks. Trying to touch our elbows together behind our back. Good. Let me check in on form. Chest press. Here we go. Chest press. Here we go. Good. Pressing out and away. Good. Out and away. Remember to make the chest press harder. You can open up your palms. Do the same thing. Good. Right into our row. With our row, let's go open palm. So have your palms facing where you're facing, right? So instead of neutral, open up the palm. Let's start to just row like that for the remaining rows. Good. Right into our chest press. Remember, keep the dumbbells touching. Keep them pressed together, whether you're in a neutral grip or open hand position for the press. Open hand is gonna be significantly tougher. Right into our row. Rowing with the open palm. Should be targeting a little bit more of our mid-back and rhomboid area. Good. Trying to get our elbows to touch behind our back. Chest press, round number 4. Chest press, round number 4. Pushing. Out and away. Good. 3, 2, 1. Into our row. Right into our row. 15 seconds. Good. Open palm. Pulling up. Good. Good. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Round number 5. Chest press. Let's finish up strong here. Round number 5, chest press. Good. Keeping the dumbbells touching. Keeping your hands pushed together. Good. And then into our row. Here we go. Right into our row. Finish strong here. Last round before we move on. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Done with superset 2. Moving into our last one. It's gonna be our shoulder press to our lateral raise. If you have any trouble with either pressing or with the raising, you're gonna switch one of those, whichever one is bothering you, into an external rotation. So if presses hurts, just come down here, external rotate. If lateral raise hurts, bringing it out to the side, we're just gonna go back into the external rotation, all right? So that should cover the modifiers. This one's gonna feel great. Shoulder burn here. We'll get started in 10 seconds. You guys know the drill by now. Here we go, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And with our shoulder press today, what we can do, we can in, out, up, down, in, out, up, down. Full range of motion here. Good. So that's what we're doing today. Lateral raise, lateral raise. Remember, hands are a little bit in front, not directly out to our side, right? We want to keep our shoulders healthy as we go through these. Good, so lateral raise, a little bit in front. Shoulder press, here we go. Right into the shoulder press. Good. Sorry, full range. Out, in, down, out. In, out, up, down, in. Good. Lateral raise, here we go. And with our lateral raise, as we're holding the dumbbell, we're either having a neutral grip with our thumb, so our thumbs are just pointing at each other, or a little bit slightly facing down. Not all the way down, but just slightly down. Good. Into our shoulder press. Round number 3. Full shoulder press, full range of motion. Good. There we go. Into our lateral raise. Here we go. Lateral raise. Out to the side. Thumb pointing down slightly as you get all the way out to the side. Not all the way down, just slightly down. Just slightly down. Good. Finishing up round number 5. Shoulder press. Full. Let's go regular shoulder press as much as you can. Just press, press, press. Press, press, press here. As much as you can. Finish it up. Burn out the shoulders. Press, press, press. Good. Lateral raise. Here we go. Lateral raise. Out to the side. Good. Small thumbs down. Good. Finish strong here. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we have a 5th round. Sorry, 5th round. I miscalculated. We're just gonna get more burn here. Shoulder press, round number 5. I thought we already went to round number 5. Here we go. And then lateral raise, round number 5. Lateral raise, round number 5. Man, we almost lost out on a whole round there. So very glad we had the timer, right? We almost lost out on a whole round that we could have been doing this. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. I thought we were on 5. We were only on 4. Darn it. Maybe next time, maybe next time. All right, let's get down to the ground for our core today. No dumbbell needed down on the ground. We're gonna start on our back here. So just keep resting for about the next 10 seconds as I go through what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna start with a little primer for our abs, and then I wanna keep you guys fresh as much as possible as we get into our ab challenge for today. So we're really gonna see what we can push today. That's gonna be, I'll tell you more details afterwards. So this primer will just last a few minutes, and then most of the time will be dedicated towards the challenge that we've been working at for so hard, for so long. All right, so we're back on our back. Let's all come up into our dead bug position. So bring your feet up, hands up, reaching for the ceiling. So you need to be actively reaching so we can get some of the core muscles in the upper abs involved here. Go ahead, deep breath in, deep breath out. Push your belly button down through your spine. Should feel the lower back press into the ground. Good, so keep that. maintain that position the entire time. Even when you're breathing normally, keep that lower back pushed into the ground, all right? So keep the hands reaching for the ceiling. What we're gonna do, we're gonna drop our heels for 3, 2, 1, and then tap, come back up, 3, 2, 1. As we come down, I don't want your lower back to come off the ground, all right? So don't let it curve off the ground as you bring your heels down. I want you keeping the lower back pushed into the ground the entire time, even as the heels come down. So that's why we're going slow. That way you'll feel when it comes off, and so when you feel that, you'll know where it's happening, all right? So here we go, coming down, 3, 2, 1, coming up, 3, 2, 1, down, 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, down, 3, 2, 1, lower back into the ground, 3, 2, 1, down, 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, last one, down, 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So that was a little primer movement to get ourselves ready. So remember, with our challenge, we have 3 options to pick from. We've got our full dead bug extension. So if you want to stay on your back here, you're going to get into your dead bug position. And then when the timer starts, you're extending your arms and your legs and holding that for today. Or you can flip on over to the other side, and we can either go high plank or down onto our elbows for our low plank, all right? So those are the 3 options. Today what we got is 5 rounds, 30 seconds, and that's it. 5 rounds, 30 seconds, and then we're done. So let me set up my timer. Let me get everyone prepared here. So you're either choosing the high plank, the low plank, or the dead bug extension. And so we've got 5 rounds lasting 30 seconds with a 30-second rest in between. So 30 on, 30 off. All right. So I'll start the countdown timer from 10. You'll hear the 3, 2, 1, and that's when we'll get ready and get right into it. So it's starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Good. Trying to hold that position, whether you're high plank, low plank, or dead bug extension. If you're extending, you're keeping your feet hovered off the ground, your arms are hovered off the ground. Good. And you can even make it active and moving. Good. Less than 10 seconds left. Less than 10 left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 30 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna move into round number 2 in just under 15 seconds. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So if you're in a plank, make sure you're trying to pull your hands down towards your toes without actually moving your hands. You should feel your abs really contract there. 15 seconds left. Good. Keep holding. Keep holding. Less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Done with round number 2. Moving into round number 3. Just under 25 seconds to rest here. Great job, everybody, so far. Let's get through the next round together. Starting in 10 seconds, round number 3, less than 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good job. More than 10 seconds in. Halfway done, halfway done. Finishing up, 10 seconds left. Great job. We're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Great job. Done with round number 3. Gonna move into round number 4 here soon. Appreciate these rest periods that we have. And we'll get right back into it. Round number 4. Made it this far, let's finish strong. 10 seconds left, keep resting. I'll give you a countdown from 5. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Pulling your hands towards your feet. Pushing your palms into the ground if you're in a high plank. Pushing your elbows into the ground if you're in the low plank. Holding yourself still if you're in the dead bug extension. Less than halfway left. More than halfway done. Finishing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Here we go. Last round here. Round number 5. And then we are done for the day. We'll have the whole weekend to ourselves. Halfway remaining. Here we go. Last round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Last 30 seconds. Good. Maintain a strong core. Give me all you got here. More than halfway done. Keep on pushing. Tight core, strong core. Hands into the ground. Extending. Staying still. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and rest and relax. You guys deserve it. We'll start to cool down and stretch here. Whenever you're ready, meet me on your back. Hug both knees into the chest. Good. Keep on holding onto your right knee, left leg comes down to the ground. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Rotate your ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Grabbing onto your left knee, rotating your ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Big extension, extending both legs, extending both arms overhead. Just like we're waking up. Good. And then flip on over onto your stomach. Pushing the upper body up off the ground. Make sure your feet are untucked, your toes are untucked. That way they're flat. Good. From here, push the hips back onto your heels, keeping the feet untucked. Good. Up into tabletop. Right hand, reach and extend. Add some body weight down to the ground. Push the hips back to change the stretch in the shoulder. Good. Back up into tabletop. Left hand reach and extend. Add some body weight to the shoulder. Push the hips back to change the stretch of the shoulder. Good. Back up into tabletop. Let's sit into our butterfly stretch. Clasping our feet. And then let's flap the wings. Good. Nice and gently. And then we're gonna stop flapping, but we're gonna actively push our knees down as far as they can go, and then try to keep pushing as long as there's no pain. Good. And then right leg extended, reaching for toes, ankles, knee on that side. Pull and hold yourself in to the stretch. Good. And switch. Left leg. Same thing. Reach and pull. Good. Crisscross, find a relaxed, seated position. Hands are either in the lap, on the thighs, string pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and close your eyes. Finishing with 3 deep breaths here. 3 seconds in, 3 second hold, 3 second exhale. In through the nose, hold in the stomach, out through the mouth. Here we go. In through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. When you open up your eyes, you will be done with today's Saturday morning class. And I want to add, so last class on Wednesday, I recorded myself. So I didn't record anyone here, but I recorded myself. And so I'll put that on my YouTube if you guys want to check it out. So basically, you'll go to YouTube, type in my name, Alan Yee, and it'll be somewhere there. I'll try to make a playlist so that all of these like classes are there for you guys to go through. But now they should have like the intro portion if you just want to do like the intro cardio, if you just want to do a lower body or upper body, or that last part with the cool down. So that'll be good.
Hey, thank you, Alan. It's a big deal, dude.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I was driving right now, but I just got home and some guy was trying to rear-end me. That's who I was talking to. But let's give a big round of applause to Alan. He stepped in for today.